Damn, this is one of those chapters, man, that really make you mad as hell. But we got to talk about it, yo. Let's get it. What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Dandadan Chapter 224. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little upset with this chapter, just because what happened to Ren as well as Koki. It's just something I didn't rock with, man. I'm kind of pissed. I'm really pissed to be honest with you guys. I'm just really pissed at what they did to these characters, man. Like, yo, for one, Koki, she was one of those characters where her personality and just how she was to herself and how her life is, I was kind of rooting for her. The same could be said for Ren as well, but to have them in this chapter where they take the ultimate loss is just, and the way it's happened, like, I do not rock with the Red Baron, man. This dude is just dirty and shisty with his ways he go to move around, man. I honestly don't think German Saint was told him to go about it this way, man. I just don't rock with the Red Baron. I can't wait for this dude to be defeated. And this whole time I'm reading this chapter, I'm just waiting for another member from the Dandadan gang to show up. And no one never came. Nobody never came. I'm curious to see how they're going to react after they find out what happened in this chapter. But let's get right into it, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. I greatly appreciate it. Also, hit that hype me up button. But you have the chapter starts off where, Koki, she admitted defeat in order to save Ren's life. I feel like you shouldn't even be able to acquire someone power doing it this way, because it's almost like you're blackmailing them. That's exactly what you're doing. You're blackmailing them. It's not like they really admitted defeat. They were forced to admit defeat. But you have it where she does that. You have it where the pumpkin guy goes to, yeah, we still don't know this guy name. The pumpkin guy goes to cut the hand of, Koki. And once that happens, you see all her powers go into this mini blade called the Lord of the Flies. Is the name of her power. And I'm not gonna lie, that symbol looked dope as hell, man. That symbol looks cold as hell. I really rock with it. But you see her power's been stolen away. You got it where the Red Baron takes it, and then he says, okay, go ahead and release Ren. And then Ren was on the verge of, suffocating, but she gets released, and you have it where Red Baron tells her, it's your turn. Accept your defeat, please. And then they have it where they get Koki up and they put her inside the guy who could turn himself into a bottle of liquid or a body of liquid. And you got it where she has to do it or her friend will drown. Now, you got it where Ren doesn't do it like Koki. Remember, in the last chapter, Koki didn't hesitate. She gave up her power. She admitted defeat right off the bat because she didn't want Ren to die. Now you have it here where Ren doesn't do that. And some people may look at it as Ren being selfish or not being as close connected to Koki as Koki is to her. But no, you got to look at what she's going to lose if she gives up her power, her childhood friend, her best friend. But you have it where they tell her to accept defeat. And the first thing Koki said, I mean, not Koki, but the first thing Ren says is, what will happen to what will happen to her? And you got it where the Red Baron goes to say, your power will belong to us. That's all there is to it. So we don't know if she will cease to exist and the power itself will just go to the Red Baron, or if she will exist, but she will follow the rules of whoever else have their power. But you got it where she doesn't want to do it, but she doesn't want her friend to die. Her friend is on the verge of drowning. They tell her, like, yo, you don't have but a few seconds before she'll be dead. And it's crazy to think that they playing these dirty tactics. Like I said, this chapter had me mad as hell. I'm sitting here waiting for someone to come in and try to save them, but it doesn't appear to be that way, because you have it where Ren says, I have been defeated. And once she says that, the Red Baron pulls out one of those blades and, saying he cuts the side of her face, which of all the places to choose, why go for the face? To give her a permanent scar that she sees every time she looks in the mirror. That's ruthless. But, he cuts her, and then as that happens, you see her power being absorbed into this blade, and then you see Mai disappearing. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. Seeing Mai disappear like that, and she had that look on her face, because it felt like she was a living being, and just the way it looked, that was dark, man. That was hard to handle. I don't know, maybe it's just me who felt like that. But anyway, you have it where Mai disappear, and Ren is looking, and Ren is just like, she's hurt. She lost her friend. And then you got it where they say, we've collected it, let's go. You got it where they're about to walk off, but then these guys, the henchmen that's working for the Red Baron, says like, yo, how would you like us to deal with these two? And then the Red Baron says, do what you like, kill them, who cares? So either way they were going to die, so they might as well have kept their powers. That's the part that hurts the most is he didn't care what happened to him afterwards. And you got it where these two henchmen say like, yo, we are grateful and overjoyed. And you got it where they're planning on killing these people in just the craziest ways. I mean, at least it seems like the water guy, it looked like he was about to do something crazy because this dude strips down to nothing but just underwear, like, which sounds crazy in itself. And he says, which one will you choose? I prefer the one with glasses myself, is what the water guy says. And then I guess the pumpkin guy says, I bet this one here has long entrails, meaning he's going to cut her up, referring to Koki. But next thing you know, you have it where the water one sits on top of, Ren face, which is crazy. And he says, perfect fit. This skull is a good one. It was surely burst like a tomato, meaning he's going to crush her head. And the next thing you know, you have it where the other guy begins to cut Koki, or is about to cut Koki. And I'm like, yo, these two are monsters. But as they're walking, as the Red Baron is walking off, you have it where, the Red Baron says, what is this feeling? Next thing you know, you got his henchmen as well. They're both kneeling over, saying that their stomach hurt. Like, yo, and they're trying to figure out what's causing this. Like, yo, nature is calling them, and all of them are in pain. And the fact that these guys all are having stomach pains is kind of hilarious. And I feel like that's what y'all asses get. And you got it where the Red Baron automatically says, like, yo, someone is attacking us. But who? Who is making us feel this dire need to go? And they're all thinking like, yo, they can't hold out much longer. And they're all running throughout the mall trying to find a bathroom. And they're like, yo, this mall is massive. Where's the bathroom? Then they finally see the bathroom. They all running towards the store, which is hilarious. They get into the bathroom, and then you have it where this little girl, creepy little girl, is just standing there in the bathroom like she was waiting for him. And then, of course, the Red Baron says like, yo, Jack, Wisp, burn. So it seems as if the pumpkin one name is Jack. At least that's what I'm taking. But he says Jack Burner, and he does his fire ability to send explosions in the direction of the little girl, and she's standing there with a smile on her face, unfazed by the fire, and her hands are in her pocket. Now, the way this little girl looks, I feel like it might be one of the Nempos, the alien, the big face aliens, but like a female version of it, something new. But this, I'm not going to lie, this panel looks scary as hell. But all in all, man, like I said, chapter had me pissed. Start to finish, upset with everything that went down in this chapter. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. Hopefully they're able to get their powers back, because with Ren, she lost her friend. I mean, when it comes to Koki, I guess it's okay that she lost her powers because she just acquired hers, so she hasn't had it that long. But when it comes to Ren, like, she had a real bond when it comes to her powers, man. And I'm very curious how the rest of the Dandadan crew is going to handle this news. Are they going to be upset? Are they going to have it where they say we all need to stick together? I'm very curious how it's going to go down. Someone was going to lose their powers eventually. I just didn't know who it would be, and it seems as if it was Ren and Koki. But let me know y'all thoughts on this one down below. And if you like the video, thumb it up. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.